Stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
We'll start from the end of Tiger. The way we've been doing it, we've also been covering this in advanced class. So if you're an advanced student, you need that basic training. Come on and get that here. So we returned, crossing right over left, and we're opening, chambering. Okay, common mistake, feet together. Common mistake is this. Now these don't do anything for you, they look kind of silly. So you want to make sure that you're putting these away. So after you've gone here, you've crossed, and you've opened, you want to immediately bring them to chamber, right? Same thing on the other side. When you do your one-handed back fist, be sure to bring it in chambered, and then start your walking. Okay, let's give it a try.
Yes, sir.
So we're here, we're going to cross right over left, and we're going to open. Remember, the fists are neutral, we're not curving, they're neutral fists. So we're opening here, and then here. Stomp and cross. Right, as soon as I cross, I'm lifting the heel. Otherwise, you'll get a very, what do that call it? Not good cross stance. Cross and pivot, and step to horse because you're stepping diagonally. And now we're going to shift and press. Now, when we shift, we're blocking with the right, so it has to come past our face, or at least checking with the right, and striking with the left, right? So as soon as we end our strike, if you notice, our chest is facing away from our target. This gives us the most range from this front arm strike, right? So if I stand like a 2D character, stand like this, I'll show you from this one side first. If I stand like this, and you can see all of my front, I have actually less range than if I turned out and leaned. So watch, from this angle. So the way it's done, the way it's often misinterpreted is we shift and we strike, right? Instead of this. You can see the chest. Now if I turn, you see how much further out the hand goes. Because my shoulder is further forward, right? Now I'm over exaggerating so you can see what I'm doing. So it's not here, this doesn't give you anything. You want to go here. And after you block someone's fist, you really want to reach out and get that strike. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
In addition, we're striking with the knife edge of our palm, so not flat palm. Boom. Even though flat palm is nice, if you keep the same amount of power and you put it behind a smaller point, it makes the strike harder. Does that make sense? Right?
Yes, sir.
So if I do a heel kick and I hit with the bottom of my foot, that's not as bad as if I pull the toes back and press with the ball of my foot all that same amount of power. That hurts more because it took all that power and put it in a smaller point. So same thing is true for this one. We are striking, boom, with the knife edge or that bottom corner of the palm heel. All right, let's give it a try.
Yes, sir.
Here, cross right over left, open, chamber, cross, cross, and step to horse. So now I'm going to do the strike, and when I do the strike, I'm going to turn my body more. Boom. And you see how my chest is over my thigh. This is also a correct bow stance, right? So not only does it benefit your strike and your application of the motion, it helps your stances as well. Now we're going to bring the left hand in and trade. Notice my stance doesn't change, my body turns, right? Because I'm blocking again so I can see. I'm stepping back so I can sink, shift and strike. Yes. Now notice, I have to shift and turn to get the strike to work. Otherwise, I'll hit my own thighs, right? Boom. Instead, I want to shift as I'm swinging. So you can't swing first because you'll hit the thighs. You can't turn too early because it'll come out horizontally. You want it to be guided down with the hip, swing, up with the back fist. Good. Straight line from the fist to the fist. And we're going to go outside block with the right, shift. We're going to slide this hand in as we pivot to strike. Hard and soft. Always chamber afterward. Crane walking. One. Cross to horse. Same thing. Block left. Extend. Fully extend. Turn the body. Bring the right hand in. Separate. Now when you do this one, you'll have to turn. Right? Because if I leave my hand here, my face is still exposed. I can only bring my arm back so far. So I want to be sure to turn Now I'm going to step back, sink, and strike. Okay? Outside block, shift, strike. Feet together.
Sir.
Reset.
Yes, sir.
We're going to follow Apprentice Instructor Kelly one time without the names, just through the motions. You don't say much.
Yes, sir. Feet together.
Okay? Now we're going to do it one last time, as traditionally as possible, with the names, as a semi-walkthrough pace, so you'll get to follow along with the motions. Say the names at home. The poem helps a lot. So one way we like to use our memory is muscle memory, right? So if you're doing your stances correctly and you're causing a little bit of stress, a little bit of, now when I say stress, I don't mean a lot of pain outside of using the muscles, right? So you might get a little fatigued, that's fine. That tells you and tells your body that you will remember that, right? It's kind of traumatic to the muscle. So the next time you do a bow stance, your muscles remember, oh, that's a bow stance, so I'm going to engage, boom, 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 here. So you have to use muscle memory by doing the stances. If you're straight-legged while you train, chances are you won't ever remember any of the motions, unless you like have a super memory, because your muscles don't know anything, right? Because you're not using them, they're not engaged. So standing around like this is just like standing around in the line at HEB. So there has to be a difference between the motion. So let's go ahead and give it a try. This time I want to challenge you to take your stances down as low as you can, as long as your bottom does not go past your knees. And what I mean by that is down like this, right? Horse stances shouldn't look like this. Okay, let's give it a try.
Sir.
So we're going to return. We're going to go cross, hard and soft, crane walking.
Hard and soft. Crane walking.
Descending, arm, hand, and waist.
Descending arm, hand, and waist.
That means the arm, the hand, and the waist have to descend. That means sink. Separate. One finger asks the question.
One finger asks the question.
Step back, sink, and shift. Crane wing punching.
Crane wing punching.
Outside block fist through the sleeve.
Fist through the sleeve.
Hard and soft.
Hard and soft.
Crane walking.
Crane walking.
Descending arm, hand, and waist.
Descending arm, hand, and waist.
One finger asks the question.
One finger asks the question.
Crane wing punching.
Crane wing punching.
Outside block fist through the sleeve.
Fist through the sleeve.
5 animal salute.
5 animal salute.
2 tigers, high dead trail.
2 tigers, high their trail.
The path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. A creative spirit has no self-doubt. The path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. A creative spirit has no self-doubt. The path of self-mastery requires a creative spirit. A creative spirit has no self-doubt.
Bow to Senior Head Instructor.
Bow to Apprentice Instructor and everyone at home. Thank you for watching.